Hi everybody, we're back here in Everything Sahaja Yoga, our weekly talk show, and today we're talking about a very nice topic that everybody is attracted to. We're talking about the ego and superego game that we sometimes face, and we have very special guests as always. We have Shamez and
Roha.
First, before we go to the topic, why don't we just tell us how you start Sahaja Yoga? How do you start?
Okay. I came here, I immigrated here to Canada 5 years ago, and it was really hard job for me to come here to settle down here. And I consulted with a physician, and she prescribed antidepressant for me.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't feel good at all.
Yeah.
And it was about 5 years that I was taking those antidepressants, and 2 times I tried to discontinue it gradually, but I couldn't.
It didn't work, yeah.
Yes, and I felt that those pills are on top of my head and they don't let that my kundalini comes up. I really wanted to quit it, and meditation helped me a lot, and I quit, and it's about 3 months that I don't take them anymore, and I feel good.
So, but how long have you been meditating? 3 months also?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the time that you have been meditating is the time
Starting
that you have
of
been
meditation, I tapered my pills gradually, and now it's about more than 2 months that I quitted it completely, and I feel good. I feel very good.
I mean, it's not that we're against the traditional medicine, but sometimes it's good to be clean, right?
Yes, those pills really helped me.
Correct.
In the first few years of my immigration, I really needed it, because that's very hard to come to a new country with new culture, new language, and everything was new for me. And I was over 40 years old when I immigrated, so I was not very young at that time. Those pills were very helpful, but I wanted to discontinue it. I wanted to take it all of my life.
Yeah, another amazing, beautiful story. How about you?
I think that's more of a placebo effect as well. I think in general meditation is the best medication. Generally, I started off that way as well. I was happy on the outside, didn't really feel balanced inside. I started meditation about a year ago, and I was one of the first people here, so it was just me by myself coming in on Wednesdays.
Oh,
and
really?
Yes.
How many years ago?
This is 1 year and 1 month ago.
Here,
at
in
this
this
place,
very
at
safe
this
place.
house, yes.
That's amazing.
So we started off that way. I felt, I was very, in general, as humans, we are very doubtful as to if it's going to work or not. We want instant results.
Which is good, I mean.
That's, yeah, absolutely.
That should be the attitude, right?
But I always suggest to give it a little bit more time and be patient, and I think you would have really excellent outcomes.
Yeah.
If you stick to it.
Like in the case of Maha?
Raha.
Her 3 months, right?
That's excellent. Yeah.
Not for everybody works that fast, but
right.
Everybody has to go through his own thing.
Because anything that you intake, anything, whether it be food, pills, or anything, it goes through your system. You're affecting your liver, you're affecting this. Meditation is something that will clean. It works the opposite. It cleans everything out.
Yeah.
So I think it's much better without side effects.
Yeah, and that brings back to our topic today, right? You give an example of if you take pills, that's related with the left side.
Right.
More emotional, depressive side.
Right.
If you are very active, you are working in your right side a lot.
Correct.
So this idea that we can work in our left or right side to allow our central channel to be clear.
Exactly.
How have do you have an experience where you can see yourself working more in one side than the other?
I think I'm more on the right side. Is a little bit, I think, needs more work to it. Again, a lot of thoughts, a lot of guilt feelings before. I always thought things, for some reason, whenever something went bad in my life, I thought it was my fault. So I was trying to kind of convince myself that that's not it. And then I learned how to kind of get through it with Sahaja meditation. Like I said, medication. So it's like a meditation for me. And after learning the techniques that they use here, I think it's super effective. And now I'm much more patient, much more understanding. I'll be honest, I used to have a bit of an anger problem before, which is completely gone now. And so it's all what I'm seeing right now, a year later, although some people take longer than other people, it's working.
Yeah.
The main thing is it's working.
Correct. How about you? Any
I
challenge?
am a left channel person.
Yeah, that means
And that means that I am in the past and I have lots of problems with my reshooting.
correct.
And after some months I realized that I have these problems, and my mentors helped me, Felicity helped me, Surinder helped me.
Correct.
And I find out that candle treatment was very helpful for me.
Which is linked to the left side, right?
Left side, yes.
Yeah. And that-
Especially I had problem with my heart. I can't remember the first time that I went to Felicity's home. And that was my first experience of meditation. Before that I didn't know what is meditation.
What is this, right?
Yes. And I remembered at the end I sat on a chair, and a lady, a Sahaja yogi lady, was on the back of me, and she was doing something and my eyes were closed. I didn't see her, she didn't touch me, and in the middle of that I felt that I cannot breathe anymore, and I felt a bad pain in my heart, and I asked her to discontinue whatever she were doing. And I asked Felicity what was my problem. She told that your heart chakra is closed and you have to work on it. Now, these days, I don't feel that pain anymore.
Beautiful.
I really worked on it, I tried.
Right. So this, as we all three, we know the left channel crosses in this chakra, and it finishes here in the super egos, and the right channel goes to the
For the ego.
to the opposite right for the ego, right? Have you guys worked specifically in trying to disinflate this balloon that we create in the two?
Personally, I have. Again, you know, when I was younger, I always was. I had an ego. Again, I'm going to admit that, and a lot of people do. I just had to work my way through it. The main thing was to get this balance. Now, I didn't know as the lessons go by, as we come here every Wednesday for meetings, and you go on site and chat with people, you find out ways to kind of balance yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for communication that way, and get each other's views on that.
Right.
A lot of people have been practicing for over 20 years, which have much more experience than we do, and they can sort of direct us to that way. And I think it has helped me somewhat.
Correct.
But again, like I say, everybody takes time, and I think I'm taking a little bit more time than other people, but it's still it's in the working process. I believe it is helping, or else I wouldn't be repeating myself coming back.
So, what about you? Have you practiced something in a specific for superego? For instance, I'll share my experience. For ego, it's good to have ego. We all need ego because we need to act, right? Without ego, we wouldn't be doing anything.
Correct.
But sometimes you can feel it too much, and
Exactly.
sometimes when I'm meditating, I can feel that the Kundalini is not going through, right? And for ego, I sometimes, what I do, very practical thing is laugh, have some fun, which really help to melt your idea that you can do everything, that you should do everything, that what you do is correct or wrong, right?
I believe so.
And that's very simple thing that has worked for
I
me,
believe
right?
even with that is because when you release a chemical when you laugh. It's a happiness chemical, right? You release dopamine, it makes you feel good. Same with meditation. When you meditate, do anything pleasurable, it releases a chemical called dopamine. And that helps you clear yourself, make yourself more happy, kind of reset yourself so you can further meditate and make yourself better.
What?
I think it's Shubidin. Shubidin
Very
was
important as
helpful
well.
also
I think so
for,
for
I
me
was
too.
about
Yes.
for controlling ego and
Right.
Super ego.
I believe that.
and also superego.
No, I mean, for different people work in different ways.
Because
but
I remember in Shubi thing we wrote our name and put 7
Circles, yes.
and
Yeah,
around
bundle,
it,
yeah.
and then we hit it.
correct.
I thought it is related to ego.
It's also to finish all negativity
Negativity.
that you have and surrender to Mother Earth.
So in some ways it is linked together, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's everything is linked together. Another very good thing that I practice regularly is foot soaking in salt water.
Right, which is linked usually with the left side also.
With the
right?
left side, exactly.
I mean, this is amazing. It's a very practical thing. We can see with other new people how Sahaja Yoga is working and how everybody lives in different ways. So please come, join us. Any other messages that you want to...
Can I say something about when I came to meditation classes, I realized that it is very close to something that a cultural thing in my country. I'm from Iran. And we have some poets in our country thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, like Maulana, like Hafiz, like Nizami Ganjavi.
Rumi.
And yes, you know, yes.
Yeah.
And they were connected. They reached to self-realization, and they said that we have 7 cities of love in our body, and if we want to reach to God, we have to pass these 7 cities of love.
Like the chakras.
Chakra,
Absolutely.
yes.
Wow.
Right.
And it was very interesting for me that most of the people experience it in experience the same thing, but they talk about it in different languages, different words, and all of them are the same.
It's amazing how is this very universal thing.
It is, yeah.
Well, we have to stay tuned and please come back next week for new testimonies and thumb us, like us, and be with us.
Press like.